In 2003, the Homecoming Revolution brand was born with a message to Africans around the world: don't wait until it gets better. Come home and make it better.
So I went to school in the United Kingdom when I was 13, university, and I started working in the city. And I worked in the city until I turned 40. And when I turned 40, I came back here.
So I returned after 5 years in the States and then became the country manager of Google.
I was in Dubai, stayed there for 10 years and came back to do development in Kenya. And today, with my partners, we own the second largest mobile money transfer company in the country.
Bon and I left for England about 9 years ago.
The United States, in Texas for 10 years.
The United States for about 7 years.
5 years in Australia.
In Canada for 17 years, but I'm now back home.
I lived in the US for 8 full years.
My most recent time away from the country was when I went to university in Canada.
Got to the United States with $300, a partial scholarship, hope, prayer, and a dream.
Canada, Switzerland, the UK, specifically Wales and England.
After being away from, 16 years, I was in the US. Specifically,
I've been back here now from London to Nigeria. I've been living in Nigeria now for 6-7 years, almost 8.
I actually used to say that I had a perfect life, if that is possible. And I traded it all in to come home to the heat and the traffic and the busyness and the relentless work and the water that doesn't come out, the tap when you need it to come. But you know what? It is home.
I also felt that I wanted to be more involved in South Africa becoming the country that we all wanted to be.
People often ask me, what's the most important thing you learned at Harvard? And I tell them, I learned how much I love Africa.
Abroad, we can make new friends, but we can't make old friends.
There's a lot of opportunity. There's a world of untapped opportunity over here.
Packaged goods, processed foods, and then the restaurant business and hospitality.
The worst part of coming to Africa is the perpetual and perennial blackouts.
Those things are reality. They are tough, they're uncomfortable, but if the goal is big enough, as they say, the facts don't count.
You're never going to build or to establish yourself while you're sitting in Washington.
If you want to be part of the change that many of us, people in the diaspora sort of seek for and keep pushing for and complaining about, then you have to be on the continent.
Come back now!
We must change Africa in this generation. It's our responsibility, no excuses.
I know I'm going to be part of the people that will shape this country to what it's supposed to be.
You don't want to miss Africa at this moment in time. This is a 10-year space when things are going to absolutely lift off. And one of the things I thought to myself is the last thing I want is my children to say to me, Dad, where were you when this was all happening? Why were you sitting in London when it was just lifting off in Africa? And that's the question that I was scared that my kids would ask me. And I think, and I'm not wrong, this is the time to be here. This is Africa's moment in a way which is really exciting.
You need Africa, and Africa needs you. Isn't it time you came home?